fast food chains in California that are going to raise their prices.
Yeah.
Now, why California?
Because in April, California will have to pay its 500,000 fast food workers a minimum wage of $20 an hour, $4 more than right now. McDonald's and Chipotle have both raised prices. They kind of get the feeling they can't raise prices much more, but they said they will raise prices specifically in California to pay for the $20 an hour. They have not said exactly how much. But how much is a Big Mac worth? There is this value meal in a McDonald's in Darien, Connecticut, that is almost $19.
Really?
Would you go into $19 to spend nearly $20 on a meal?
No.
Yeah,
No.
there's an extent to how much, even in expensive California, that these chains can raise their prices.
Only in California.
We'll see.
Y'all see this shit? Who the hell finna pay $18 for McDonald's? First of all, who the hell still eat McDonald's? $18 for a Big Mac? Come on, y'all. Be for real. $18 for a Big Mac.
You actually show that price all the way at the top, the McDonald's Big Mac. Look at this.
It's unbelievable.
$18 Big Macs. What the hell are you talking about?
Thanks,
and
Joe
you get
Biden.
closer. McDonald's reports a 14% increase in revenue.
And folks, it's no accident. That's Bidenomics in action.
All right, guys. So we got to follow up on a story that I did probably a couple weeks ago or so, in which you had fast food workers in California celebrating with Gavin Newsom over what they saw as a victory against big corporate fast food chains like McDonald's and Chipotle and Burger King after they got their $20 an hour minimum wage. Yes, these people are going to get paid $20 an hour to flip burgers at Burger King, okay, to fry French fries at McDonald's, to work the cash register at McDonald's. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying that these workers are not hard workers. However, these jobs are not intended for people to live off of full time. But hey, people insist, the progressives, the far leftists insist that they are. And that has consequences when it comes to inflation and rising prices. And this is exactly what has happened, because McDonald's, in response to the minimum wage increase that has happened in California, has announced that they're going to hike prices. Right now, you're going to have $18 Big Macs, which is something that anybody with any basic common sense or economic knowledge, you don't even really need that much economic knowledge to predict this, could have told you that that was going to be the result of the minimum wage increase. So I want to talk about it. But before we get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, Noble Gold. Chances are you've been here before. The chaos in the markets, oil, stocks, just when you thought it was safe and interest rates were rising, new threats are coming out of nowhere. Tensions are boiling from Asia to Europe, and adaptation is the key to securing your wealth. You may not have considered gold before. It's not speculation, but insurance. And right now, you need some insurance. Noble Gold Investments has been protecting investors from disaster for years with precious metals. So if you're worried, it might be time to take a fresh look at gold and silver. Gold is a proven shield for your portfolio and a volatility balance against uncertainty. If it helps, Noble Gold Investments is offering a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin with its new IRAs this month. If you open your Noble Gold Investments IRA or roll over your 401k, you can claim your coin today. Remember, crisis brews, portfolios waver, and gold insulates. Secure yourself against threats today. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com, the only gold company I trust. And just remember, there's a risk with every investment, and there's no guarantee of any kind.
This week, companies like McDonald's and Chipotle, they held their third quarter earnings calls, and both of those companies talked about what's going to happen in April when California's new wage for fast food workers goes into effect. Well, definitely they're thinking they might have to raise menu prices.
My workers, we did this!
A victory celebration in September when Governor Gavin Newsom signed into law a $20 an hour minimum wage for fast food workers like Anisha Williams. Chipotle has this sign now promising $16.25 an hour. That's over the current state minimum wage. But in April, when the hourly wage goes to $20 an hour, companies like McDonald's and Chipotle foresee menu price increases. Even before that happens, customers are feeling the pinch.
We used to get stuff for $1. The cheeseburgers that we got used to be $1, and now the meal was like $10.
Nobody wants to pay like $20 a meal for just a single person.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you feel like that's where it's headed?
Yeah. So then the family of four is going to spend how much? $80 on eating out? Yeah.
Not doable.
Realistically not doable.
Kayla Glickman is among those who will skip the fast food if prices get much higher.
It's usually like $15 or more to get lunch, I feel like. So, yeah, I can't afford that. So every day.
Although everyone we talk to admits you're paying for speed and convenience.
For now, I mean, it really has to go up, tremendously in order for me to stop coming here.
Okay, just to be clear now, neither company said that they will raise prices, but they have to take that into consideration, considering that their wage prices will go up. Now, meantime, all of those people that we talked to, I said, well, what's the alternative if you're not going to be frequenting Chipotle or McDonald's? And they say, well, eat more meals at home. But then when I mentioned grocery store prices, that was met with a lot of groans and grimaces as well.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Best believe McDonald's is definitely going to raise prices. Well, why are they going to raise prices? The reason why is because they continue to make more money, right, as they raise prices and as these workers demand higher wages, right? Higher wages is an excuse for McDonald's to say, hey, well, we'll just keep raising prices. And guess what? People keep buying the Big Macs, okay, even though they're $18. Again, there's no incentive for McDonald's not to raise prices, right? So, again, these people are going to boo-hoo, whine, and cry about it, but they're going to keep buying the food, and the workers are going to keep demanding more wage increases, which, again, is going to help McDonald's justify continuing to raise prices. Let's actually read about this, okay? Because McDonald's is doing great, right? Because of the minimum wage increases that justify them raising more prices. Let's read this. McDonald's on Monday reported that its revenue was up 14% in the latest quarter, a surge the burger giant said was driven by strategic menu price increases. The Golden Arches brought in a total of $6.69 billion in revenue for the 3-month period ended September 30th, beating expectations of $6.58 billion, according to Refinitiv analysts. However, McDonald's, which has 13,513 restaurants in the U.S. and over 38,000 abroad, did not disclose how much the franchisor has increased its prices, which generally vary between locations. One branch in Darien, Connecticut, charged as much as $18 for a Big Mac combo meal, which includes medium fries and a medium soft drink. Yeah, so $18 for a meal that used to cost $5, right? And I'm talking about not 20 years ago, probably like 5 years ago, okay? I mean, you can get a Big Mac, fries, and a drink for like $5. Now, it's like $18 in some parts of the country. Meanwhile, that same Big Mac combo will run hungry patrons $13.69 at a McDonald's in Times Square. Net income rose to $2.3 billion, up from $1.98 billion in the same period last year, and same-store sales in the U.S. increased by 8.1%, again attributed to price hikes. During an earnings call with investors, CFO Ian Borden confirmed that the company's U.S. prices did increase in the third quarter. Though he didn't specify by how much, Borden said McDonald's expects to increase the cost of its menu items by just over 10% for the full year, the second consecutive annual 10% price hike. Meanwhile, many consumers have said that fast food has already gotten so expensive it's no longer worth it. Yeah. So, with that being said, they may be saying that, but McDonald's is making more and more money than they ever made before, right? And the reason why is because when it comes to capitalism, this is how it works. When you increase the cost of labor, at the end of the day, the company's job is to drive shareholder value, to maximize shareholder profits, okay? So that means that in order to do that, they have to raise prices, okay? So when they raise prices, what happens is that, you know, if there's not a drop off in demand, if demand continues to rise, then, hey, they're going to make more money, okay? And they can continue to justify the price hikes by the fact that you have these minimum wage increases, okay? So again, that's kind of how this works. So now you got people complaining, saying that, oh, it's too expensive, which I agree, right? I would never buy a Big Mac for $20, but these same people keep buying it, okay? They keep buying it while also demanding higher wages. Now, if you want lower prices, okay, if you don't want to pay $20 for a Big Mac, $80 to feed a family of 4 at McDonald's, which again, blows my mind, right? $80 to feed a family of 4 at McDonald's in some parts of the country. Maybe, just maybe, people should stop buying fast food, right? Stop eating and consuming fast food, okay? Also, stop voting for policies that increase the minimum wage, which is the cost of labor, okay? Because again, the cost of labor is also contributing to the prices going up, okay? But again, you know, a lot of these people, this is what they vote for, right? They vote for $20 Big Macs, and this is exactly what they got, right? When the cost of everything goes up, yeah, companies, they're not going to take the hit for it, right? They're going to increase prices. And as long as demand remains the same, or demand doesn't drop enough where they're losing any profits, or they're not, you know, or they're losing money, they're going to keep raising prices, right? So eventually you're going to see $30 Big Macs at McDonald's, right, in California. That's exactly what you're going to see, because these people are never going to stop asking for more and more and more money, right? Which again, hey, you know, I understand that, you know, you work at McDonald's or whatever, you're trying to make the most money that you can, but these jobs were not intended to be full-time jobs. You're not supposed to be able to support a family working at McDonald's. I'm sorry. These jobs are supposed to be low-wage jobs, entry-level jobs that teenagers take, young adults take, in order to get some work experience and then move on to better jobs. But now we've convinced people that no, you're supposed to be able to work at McDonald's and, you know, have a middle-class life, or to get middle-class wages. And what has the result been? Well, the result is now that McDonald's has basically become unaffordable, right? Not if you want to actually, you know, get your money's worth out of it, right? Because I certainly don't think a Big Mac combo is worth $20, okay? So the people that are boohoo whining and complaining about the Big Macs, it's like, well, hey, you kind of voted for it, right? This is what you wanted. When you support far left progressives in their economic policies, be prepared to pay the price, right? Because it costs more when you have these minimum wage increases, and these companies are going to adapt and adjust in a way that is going to maximize their profit. And we haven't even talked about the other part of the equation, which is automation, right? So what's about to happen is that McDonald's is about to hit the jackpot, because what they're going to do, right, is that they are going to raise their prices, okay, like they have now. They're testing it. They're saying, okay, how much money can we make raising prices? The more we raise prices, the more money we're making, right? So they're not going to stop raising prices. Now what they're going to do is that they're going to start to automate as quickly as possible, because now that they have to pay $20 an hour to a worker, right? They're going to say, look, how can we avoid paying $20 an hour to a burger flipper? Well, we're just going to replace them. We're going to automate them. We're going to automate the cashiers. I mean, McDonald's right now, they're already automating heavily, right? And they're going to keep automating until they only have to have the bare minimum in regards to workers there, which are basically going to be people that fix the machines, and that's it, right? That's what they're going to do. And they're going to get rid of all the fast food workers, okay? And now all these fast food workers that were begging for a living wage aren't going to have any wages at all to live off of, because they're going to lose their jobs in the long run. And McDonald's is not going to lower their prices as long as y'all keep buying these Big Macs. You keep buying this fast food. They're not going to lower their prices. As long as demand is there, the fast food workers are going to lose in the long term, okay? Because these companies are going to maximize profit. They're going to automate. And this is exactly what you ask for when you vote the way that these people vote in California. It's really that simple. It really is. There are some jobs that it's not meant for you to get paid a living wage, right? I'm sorry, right? Again, it's a sad reality, but that is the reality. But when you get that so-called living wage, guess what? Everything else becomes unaffordable because the job in and of itself was not meant to sustain somebody being able to live off of that job. It was meant for people. It was meant to be a part-time job. It was meant for teenagers, entry-level workers, not people who are looking to live off of working at McDonald's, right? Or working at some fast food joint. And at the very least, you should be motivated as an individual to aspire to work at a job that you're going to get more out of life than just working at a place like McDonald's, right? Or some, fast food joint. You should aspire to do more than that anyways, right? Nobody, regardless of how much you get paid, should be like, oh, well, my career goal or my goal in life is to work at McDonald's and to do that for the rest of my life, right? I don't think that people should have such low standards. I think you should have higher standards for yourself. Again, I'm not saying that it's bad, for people who work there. It's totally fine, but just have some higher standards for yourself. And, you can get that higher wage by, aspiring to do something more than just working at McDonald's, right? Again, keeping wages low has so many benefits for the rest of society in regards to keeping prices low. And it also motivates people to get up out of those jobs and to go do bigger and better things, which is something that everybody should be motivated to do, right? I'm just saying. But hey, again, this is what they voted for. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.